Hello everyone, and good afternoon or whatever time it is wherever you are. I am currently recording this in my car because I live with my family in their home and they're pretty nosy and I just don't feel like dealing with that today, which kind of sucks because it's currently 38 degrees outside and to me that's cold, but I'm just gonna bundle up and, suffer through it, just like life. Okay, anyways, I wanted to make this video today to talk about, the Kyleena IUD. If you haven't watched my first video, I talk about, like, the insertion process and the first 2 months of having it in. I've now had it in for 4 months. So, just like a quick recap, insertion was horrible pain. Oh my gosh. You would think over time maybe you would, like, forget about how bad it was, but so far, that day's still in my brain. The only thing, though, is that the pain was short, so I don't want to scare anyone from that. Like, as soon as she was done putting it in, the pain was gone, I was fine. Just whatever, some cramping afterwards. The first few months I had spotting and cramping, like a lot of spotting and cramping, for like weeks at a time. Now that I am at 4 months, the spotting has lessened, so I am happy about that. But I have noticed other side effects now. So, I read online, like, a lot of people would get acne from IUDs and Kyleena. Last month, I did have, like, a really big bout of acne. I probably shouldn't be touching my face. I still have some, I'll show you, like, and it's along, like, the jawline, too, which is where I heard, like, a lot of people get it. Like, right now, I'm really not bad. Like, I don't have makeup on, that's it. And I am supposed to get my period tomorrow. So that's the thing, too. Like, a lot of people, their period stops. Unfortunately, I still have mine. I'm only at month 4. They say give it up to 6 months for your body to fully adjust. A lot of people, their periods do stop, so I am really, really, really hoping that I'm one of those people. I've dealt with my period long enough. I don't want it anymore. So, another side effect I've noticed, I don't know if last month was just, like, harder for me because I am feeling a little better now, so I don't want these side effects to, like, get to you. I still think the Kyleena is worth it. I'm at 4 months. I'm still going to keep it in and see how it goes. I'm not at the point where I'm like, take it out. But last month I noticed I was feeling nauseous a lot, and like the only change in my life was getting the Kyleena, and I don't know, maybe it was just chance that I was randomly more nauseous, but however likely you want to take Google's opinions, but I Googled it and it said nausea is a symptom or a side effect of Kyleena, so I would say it was related. Thankfully, though, like, I'm feeling a lot better now, so I don't want that to scare anyone. Like, I feel fine now in regards to that. So, unfortunately, another side effect of IUDs is, or at least Kyleena, is that it can increase your chance of ovarian cysts in the first, like, 3 to 6 months. And, of course, I happen to have gotten that side effect too. So this one day I was getting ready for bed and all of a sudden I had this like really sharp abdominal pain. Like it was pretty bad. I like almost called 911. I could like barely walk. I probably should have called, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna lay down, I'm gonna like hope I feel better. The next day I did feel a lot better though, so it ended up okay, but like throughout the next few days I was still having some pain, so I called my general practitioner, my primary doctor, and she sent me for an ultrasound, and she didn't think that it was gynecologically related, but they ended up finding a cyst on my ovary, just on my right ovary. She sent me to follow up with my gynecologist. So there's multiple kinds of cysts, and apparently the cyst I have is not like your normal cyst. It's called like a complex cyst, so that's why she wanted me to follow up there. But my gynecologist, she doesn't seem too worried about it. She thinks it's started out as a normal cyst and sometimes like you'll bleed into them or something, so that's what she thinks it is. Apparently most cysts are not worrisome when you're at like menstruating age, so like usually cysts just go away on their own, they're nothing, they're a normal like part of life. So after I have my period for another 3 more times, or I guess if my period stops, then in about 3 months they want me to get another ultrasound to see what happened to the cyst. Since my cyst, it's like 2 centimeters big, so that's not that big, so they're just keeping an eye on it. But yeah, I'm not too worried about the cyst. Like the pain from it is definitely less now, so I think my body really is like reabsorbing it or whatever it does to get rid of that. Okay, so I don't know if I would call this an actual side effect, because it's something that's always happened to me during my periods, is I get like super emotional. Like I have anxiety and depression, mostly anxiety, but like the week before my period, my anxiety and I'll like get depression has always gotten worse, like to the point where I just stopped keeping track of my periods because I could just tell by my mental health when they were going to come. Well, so some months are worse than others, so it's hard to tell, but this month mentally has been horribly for me. Like, I don't know if I should call it a side effect. Oops, sorry. Because it's happened before I've been on the Kyleena. But I don't know if the Kyleena's helping with it, which I don't know, maybe it's not like proven to do that. Maybe if your periods stop altogether, then like I won't have these symptoms, but since I'm still having a period, I'm still feeling this way, which I'm supposed to get it tomorrow, so I am currently like super just all over the place emotion wise. I keep wanting to cry for the stupidest reasons, and then I want to cry because I want to cry. So yeah, I'm a mess right now. I don't know, but I want to update everyone, so I'm at 4 months. But everyone's different, so, don't just go by my story. I don't know if I've said this yet or not, but the reason I got the Kyleena is to help regulate my periods, because when I get my period, it's always, like, in the beginning, when I was 13, they were not bad, like 3 days, that was it. But, like, the longer I've experienced periods, so I've had them like 16 years now, they've gotten longer and heavier and like excruciating cramps where I'm just like stuck in bed the whole day, and it's been affecting my life. So that's why I got on the Kyleena IUD. I don't know why I'm saying got it inserted, I don't know, whatever. So I don't really have the IUD as like birth control per se, but I do have a boyfriend, and for anyone who's gotten it for that reason specifically, we have been having unprotected sex. He's been coming inside me. So it's been 4 months. We waited 1 week until like him coming inside me just to be safe. I don't think we even had to do that because I think if you get it inserted during your period, then you're just covered. But I want it to be extra safe because if you get pregnant with an IUD, it's very like risky, like complications you could get, an ectopic, whatever it's called, pregnancy, where it's like in your fallopian tube, and that can be like, that's like a life-threatening thing. So I didn't want to take any chances. But since that first week, we've been having unprotected sex. Like, he's been coming in me, and we've had 0 scares. The Kyleena is over 99% effective. Like, I have anxiety, and I trust it as much as that tells someone. Maybe the first time I was a little nervous, but now I just, like, I don't even care. Like, I'm like, yeah, come in me. I don't care. Like, it's fine. The only thing I do suggest, though, is, like, I feel like a lot of people who get pregnant with an IUD is maybe sometimes they don't have the IUD anymore. There's a chance that your body can expel the IUD on its own. So, like, my doctor suggests that you check your IUD strings a lot during the first month, but then after that, I think you just only have to check the strings like once a month, which I check maybe like twice a month just to be safe, or whenever I feel like it. They're pretty easy to check for, like, once you know what you're doing, which, I don't know, like, I guess I'll just explain how I do it. I just stick a finger in there, and, like, maybe I have a high cervix, but I actually have to, like, bear down, like, push, kind of, and then it brings my cervix down a little more, and then I can feel the strings. And my doctor told me you have 2 strings coming out. Mine, like, went like this, so now it just feels like 1 string. But yeah, so I just make sure it's still there, and, just knowing it's there, I can trust that it's doing its job. Like, 99%, over 99% effective against pregnancy. That's pretty good, I would say. But yeah, so even though I've had these few side effects, they're not to the point that I want the IUD out. They say give it up to 6 months. I'm at 4 months. Even if it stays how it is, I will most likely still keep it in. I'm not having any, like, crazy side effects. Like, the worst thing I'm having probably is my mental health. But like I said, I don't even know if that's a side effect because I've always been like this. So if anything, it's just not helping my mental health. But just, like, knowing that I'm feeling this way because my period's coming does make me feel, like, a little better. Like, I can't really control it, but, like, I just know, like, okay, once my period comes, like, I'm just gonna feel back to normal, so I just have to make it through. But yeah, so I'm hoping my period does stop, and maybe my period stopping will, make the mental health things better. But yeah, unfortunately, I still get a period. I will update again in another 2 months to let everyone know how it's going, but I just wanted to let everyone know, like, it's still going mostly good. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions or anything, and thanks for listening. Okay, bye.